coming up at the end of the month, we've got the Kansas City Barbeque Society is going to be hosted here by Raider Red Meats with a nationally sanctioned cook-off. Now, we've got Tate Corliss on the line. Tate Corliss is the proprietor, the King Kong over at Raider Red Meats and over at Cowabunga. Hey, man, thanks for being with us this morning.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate having me on.
All right, now, this KCBS thing is a huge deal because there aren't many people that get to host these cook-offs, and you're very modest about why they're coming here and why they're kind of teaming up with you on this thing. But it's because there's such great success at the Texas Tech program, and, you know, you are kind of like meat judge extraordinaire. You've been involved in several national titles, and you were also a Team America coach last year when they won the international title in Australia. Congrats.
Oh, thank you, Tom. Thank you. Yeah, we're really excited to host this great event. You know, it'll be the first ever KCBS sanctioned barbecue cook-off in Lubbock, and it's also going to be the first SCA cook-off in Lubbock, so that's really exciting. We have two firsts. Well,
the SCA is a Steak Cook-Off Association. First of all, let's kind of talk about the KCBS deal.
Okay.
Now, in order to be involved in this and cooking, this is not just a thing where you're coming to cook like brisket, or you have to. If you enter this thing, you're cooking chicken, ribs, pork, and brisket.
That's right. Well, that's if you want to be eligible for Grand Champion. You know, if you want to just come and cook brisket, you can sure do that. But, you know, the way most people look at it is if you're going to show up, you're in it to win it. So you're going to cook all categories, and that way you're eligible to win Grand Champion.
Okay. This is interesting. It says chicken, not poultry. Chicken includes chicken includes Cornish game hen and kosher chicken.
That's right. With KCBS, there's a little more flexibility on what you can cook, so that way it gives a little more power to the pit master or barbecue guy, if you will, who's going to be cooking that.
Okay, so what chicken is out there? So in other words, you can't have some weird kind of a fowl. It has to be either a chicken, like when you're talking about chicken, this is kind of like what you stereotypically would walk into a grocery store and buy, kind of a thing.
Sure. Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right. Then you have ribs. Country style ribs are a no. You got to have the bone in there.
Right. You're looking for like a pork St. Louis or spare rib.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for.
Now,
that's what your typical barbecue pork rib is going to be.
Most people wouldn't know a St. Louis style rib if it jumped up and bit them on the rear. Being from St. Louis, I can tell you that even the people in St. Louis sell ribs and say, "Oh, these are St. Louis style." They just think because they're in St. Louis and they cook a rib at St. Louis style.
That's right.
That ain't the case. Okay.
No, the St. Louis style is a meaty cut through the middle of a spare rib.
You know, I always kind of thought, as far as a St. Louis style rib, as far as the way that it's prepared, if you're going to put sauce on it, you should be able to taste it, but not necessarily see it. That's just my personal take on the deal.
Well, that's a good way to go. And, you know, one thing with the cook-off is there's going to be people do everything under the sun, every which way, of glazings and different things like that. But that's part of what makes it fun, you know. Everyone tries their secret recipe and gets it out there, and we'll see who wins it at the end.
Okay, now the pork category is actually pork butter shoulder, so I guess that's pulled, and then of course the brisket's kind of self-explanatory. Now,
yeah.
From across the country, how many? You know, I know you have entries so far, but what's the farthest entry that you have coming from now? I mean, is it like, you know?
Right now, it's probably Chris Chadwick, who's coming out of Tennessee.
Really?
Yes. And you might recognize Chris's name from Pitmaster Barbecue Superstars. Seen him on the TV several times.
Well, and is there anything that is more proper, mesquite or hickory? I mean, I'm just kind of curious because these people in West Texas, you put hickory on something, and generally speaking, it's torches, pitchforks, and people are saying that's communist barbecue.
I'll tell you, yeah, those are fighting words. I'll tell you, people who love hickory love their hickory. People who love mesquite. But, you'll see a lot of people cooking on several different types of wood, from, apple wood. I've even seen there was people smoking on oak before.
Yeah. I've actually, my son and I smoked a turkey at Christmas a few years back and actually smoked on oak. Pretty tasty. All right. The Steak Cook-Off Association is also here now. This is a kind of a neat coupling. The winner of this particular cook-off not only wins $1,000, but also is automatically placed in the World Finals in Fort Worth. Yes. Yes,
that's right. In Fort Worth, down in the stockyards.
That's big stuff, man.
That's pretty exciting. We're really happy, and it's real easy to get involved in either one. And the way the steak cook-off works, actually, Thomas, is really cool. It's a great way to get the community involved. Anybody can come cook a steak on any type of grill. And you just show up on Saturday, the 29th of this month. You pay your $100 entry fee. We give you 2 steaks. You cook them both. You eat one. You turn one in for a chance to win $1,000. And you hang out with all the barbecue cooks and try all their stuff. I think it's going to be a really good time. That's a great way to get involved.
A lot of trash talking going on there, huh?
Maybe a little friendly ribbing,
No pun intended. Hey,
no.
Okay. So if you want to do this cook-off, the steak cook-off thing, all you show up, or can you RSVP in advance, or what?
Yeah, you can enter in advance. You can go to RaiderRedMeats.com, and there you'll find the link, and you can enter the barbecue cook-off or the steak cook-off, and it's just easy as that. Mail in your check, and you'll be pre-registered, or you show up at 9 o'clock on Saturday if you're just doing the steak. If you're coming to cook as a barbecue team, check-in starts at noon on Friday the 28th.
All right. Now, what's it cost to participate in the barbecue cook-off with KCBS?
That's $225 per team.
Okay. Now, these people are going to be here, and the KCBS people are, and I guess the SCA people, both those people from organizations are going to be here to make sure everything's copacetic, yes?
That's right. They're going to take care of all the sanctioning, so they're going to make sure everything is ran the way it's supposed to.
All right, man.
We're really excited to host them.
Yeah, and if people would like to be connected to this event, maybe not so much as a cook, but you guys are also looking for community sponsors, people that want to be involved. I know my other company is being involved as a sponsor, and I think it's going to be a really good time. So if you'd like to jump in and have some fun with people in the business community, what's it take to get into a sponsorship?
I feel that there's several different levels of sponsorship, Tom, but if you just want the basic level of sponsorship where you get to come to the sponsors dinner on Friday night, we have a $1,500 table, which gets you a seat for 8 with a prime rib dinner catered by Raider Red Meats and entertainment by Brian White and Andrea Pearson, right there on the Texas Tech campus. That's going to be a lot of fun that night. That's one way to get you involved, and that also gets your logo on all the materials.
Yeah, now, a lot of people may not recognize the name Brian White, but he's actually penned a lot of hit songs and wrote a lot for Shania Twain.
He has. He's a Grammy Award-winning artist. He's had several #1 hits. We're real excited to bring him to Lubbock as well.
Yeah, that's going to be a neat performance. It's going to be pretty intimate, probably less than 350 people.
Yes, that's just for our sponsorship appreciation.
Awesome. Hey, man, looking forward to that one. Thanks for joining us this morning, and go cut some meat.
I will do. You have a good morning, Tom. Thank you.
Keep on mooing.